Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Well, today is day one of my drawing extravaganza, so be sure to listen throughout the video for the two numbers for the day and save them for Monday when I'll have another video and you can make a comment. Please do not make a comment in this video, telling the numbers of the day. Save it for Monday, because if anybody comments with the numbers, then they will be withdrawn from the drawing. All right, so we are going to start working on this beautiful cross stitch that I just got this morning from PaintSomeWay. And I'm starting way up here at the top, right in this general area. And let's get started here. So, what is everybody up to? It's like summer is around the corner. I mean, Memorial Day is in what, like 2 weeks? Not real sure if it's 2 weeks, but it's on that weekend of the 31st. If you will, just like always. I have no plans. I don't know if I can talk my kids into having a family barbecue or not. We'll see. We might have to wait until the 4th of July, but we'll see. I know everybody's busy, and I don't know what day school gets out. I have no idea. Now, my daughter, she'd be the one to ask. So, yeah. I don't know if it's the week before Memorial Day weekend or what. So, yeah. But they got no plans to go anywhere this summer whatsoever. So, we'll just have to play it all by ear. And I don't know if the kids have, I think they have Boys and Girls Club in the summer. I think it's like an all-day thing. So, yeah, not real sure when all that starts or transpires, if you will. And the scuttlebutt is that my son-in-law may go to four 10-hour days. He works for the landfill and moves around the heavy equipment and that kind of thing there. So I don't know when or if that will even just transpire, but it'll certainly free them up for the weekend. So that I'm doing this upside down, and for some reason I can't get my act together to figure out which way that's supposed to go. Oh my goodness. Hey, but at least this light color doesn't match this yellow color, which, yeah, it seems like every time I start one of these, I invariably pick a color that matches the color that's right next to it, and then it's just like insane to try to keep stitching on it, because then you won't be able to see the other one. So I'm glad it's in a different color. They did good. Maybe they've been listening to me complain about that, because it's a nightmare. Just a nightmare. Well, yesterday I thought it was never going to get done, and today is Wednesday, so that means that we have an order coming in, but she said it wasn't going to be as big as the one we had last week. Last week I thought I was going to die before I ever got out of there, because we had so much stuff to put away. It was a nightmare. Trying to get that other line of color. It sure is a pretty color. It's like a lilac blue, if you will. It is 794. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to get you out of frame there. So, yay. something else. The first number for today is 15. 1, 5. So write that down and save it for next week. So no plans for this week unless I get, some reviews in or something that I have to do. But other than that, we'll be having a stitch or a drill with me in the next 5 days. 1 a day. Because that's about all I can handle. But may be able to talk my daughter into going out and walking around in some fresh air. Now, I don't know what the weather's going to be like for the rest of this week, but we'll see. It changes all the time. Yeah. It was kind of a little breezy yesterday, and the day before it was like, what do you call it? It got cloudy about 4 o'clock, and just a tad windy, nothing too carried away. But yeah, I'm ready for it to be a consistent 70-some degrees every day, and it's kind of lived up to that. It'd get to 70, and then it kind of cooled off, like I said, on Monday, when I was there, because I didn't leave until 4. So, yeah. And then yesterday, it did kind of the same thing. It just kind of comes and goes, but it didn't rain. It may have rained up on the mountain, because that's at 14. What is the problem here? Because it's at 14,000 feet, So the weather's a little different down here in the valley, if you will. We kind of sit in a trough. But it was just a little breezy. No big deal. So, yay for that. I think I went up the wrong side here, is what's going on. I have to fix it. Let me back you out just a bit. There we go. Just so it, it's not in your face. So, yeah, not any plans to start anything new. Worked a little bit on Mary Jane Fry. Still haven't figured that little part out, that what is wrong with it, but we'll get to it. I don't know how I'll feel when I get home. Sometimes right now I'm doing stitching before I go to work. Sometimes I do stitching before work, and sometimes not so much. Had a little fuzzball there. That was my own fault. It kind of... We're just going to get rid of this piece of thread. How's that? Will that work? Yeah. Because now I got a short piece. It broke off when I tugged at it way too hard. So we'll just get us another one. Where did I put them stupid scissors? Did I put them back? Oh my goodness. I had out my big scissors. I found the other pair the other day. So I have one in, it's kind of a rose goldy look, and then these are the ones that I just got. They are very sharp, both of them. And they're very heavy. They're kind of the same thing, but they have a different design on them. They were only about $5, so why not, right? Sorry for the reach. Oh, my. But yeah, I'm ready for my days off. I know, I only worked 3 days this week, but it's just been kind of stressful. Not knowing how much stuff's going to come in, that just kind of stresses me out. Or being busy, like, constantly on Tuesday. on Monday, my boss had to go and pick up her husband. So, yeah. I was left there by myself, and it was like between, say, 10 and noon. You know, it's not a big, long period of time, but dang, it was just busy. You know, people getting on the road, and they want to get going to get wherever they're going. But it just seems a little bit busier. And then about 2 o'clock, by the time I get there, it starts to slow down. And then you have, of course, the dinner rush, you know, about 5. And, yeah, it just kind of comes and goes like that, but it should be pretty consistent, you know. Consistently busy from, you know, time school gets out and everything. I don't know when it gets out in Denver, but that kind of delegates when people will start showing up, you know, here, and they're free for the summer, so they can go on vacation at any point. But, yeah, it'll be like a nut house, and I don't know if we'll hire some extra help. You know, like, if I worked from, say, 2 to 10, I don't know if somebody's going to be there from, say, 11 to 6, you know, to help with the rush, or just what will happen. So, yeah, it's always a crapshoot as to how busy it is, and I don't know that they will or won't have a, what do you call it, a rafting season. It usually starts here, maybe next weekend or Memorial Day weekend, and then they go until the water's not running really extremely fast. So, yeah. And there hasn't been, I don't know about the snow melt, but, you know, it just kind of depends on what the water does as to when and if they'll have a rafting season. So, yeah. Fun times. And I don't know if they have any big, like, concerts or anything going on this summer. They do have, like, a little festival, if you will. And they have, like, live music and... crap. Dagnabbit. I'm just talking along and just stitching wrong. I'm telling you. Some days. I don't know. Just a lot and not a lot of stuff on my brain. I don't know. Sometimes I think things go worse when I have less on my brain. If I have more on my brain, I get a whole lot more done. And it's easier to hop from thing to thing to thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. But sometimes it's just nice to be totally quiet and do absolutely nothing for a while. And my daughter did talk about when I talked to her, about going out, you know. Like maybe the kids will go to the Boys and Girls Club for the day, and then her and I can go do our like adventures, and I'll be stitching out in the woods, so plan on that. And if we're not stitching on the woods, I may go just down here in town, you know, where the river's running, and do a stitch along. So we'll see. I may even take Molly if it's not too hot. I try to get out there by, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, if I'm taking Molly. We don't take her when we go on our adventures because we never know quite where we're going to end up, and there's lots of cactus out there. Like, I don't know, it's not cactus like you think of cactus in Arizona. It's cactus it's like ground cover, if you will. I don't know how to explain it. They're not tall or anything, they're just, it's like ground cover, you know, like greenery, and the cactus, it's you know, hard for Molly to walk through and stuff, so I wouldn't subject her to that. And if we know we're going to be gone for 2 or 3 hours, we definitely don't bring her. So, yeah. She needs to stay at home in the air conditioning. She's 15. Come on. Let's not push her. But if I go early enough in the day and there's lots of shade and stuff, I can take her, you know, which is no problem. So I'll try to get some videos, you know, out by the water and see what's going on up there. I have no idea. You know, with the prices they are right now of fuel, I don't know how many people will be coming and going. Does that make sense? So we'll just have to wait and see. And I may even do some porch stitches, so yeah. That would be nice if I could just pick a time when the sun is not shining in my face. The second number for today is 51. 5-1. I know. I picked 15 and 51. Can you go figure? We'll try not to do that again. I looked down and went, oops. Oh well. 15 and 51 are your numbers for the first day. Just saying. And we may do some crafty things with the kids. I don't know, you know, what that would entail, but we might think of something that, you know, they can be involved in. Because you got to keep their little minds and bodies moving during the summer, I hate to say. But what do you call it? The Boys and Girls Club does an excellent job of, you know, they get to run around, they get to see their peers, they, you know, learn new things. So it's a good thing. And I think it costs her like $20 a day to send them to that. So, yeah. Pretty cheap babysitting, if you ask me. So, and some days we just want to take off by ourselves, you know, and we don't want to take the kids with us, but sometimes we do. We do. And they enjoy going out and tromping around in the woods and picking up rocks and looking at sticks and, you know, all kinds of crap. They like that. And one time, I think it was my birthday, we went out into the woods up there where we do the fall pictures. And we had a picnic lunch with Subway sandwiches. So they like that too. They can run around to their heart's content and yell and scream and do whatever the heck they do. You know, they just like that, you know. And I think it's good for them. They need to stretch and grow and get some sunshine on their face instead of having their face right in. Now, my granddaughter's not as much as my grandson. You know, get their faces out of computers or video games or whatever. They need to go and address the real world and see what's out there, you know, broaden their horizons. So, yay. But we don't mind doing that every once in a while. So, and we usually don't go on field trippy things, you know, like take it, because there's nothing really to go see. So, I don't know. So we call our field trips going out in the field and going to the mountains and that kind of stuff. And they enjoy it. And the other ones, my other grandchildren, one of them, he's like, let's see, 6, then he's about 8 or 9. So he's kind of the in-between childish, so to speak. And then the other 2 girls, one of them's already had a baby, as you know. And then the other one is like 16 or 17, and sometimes she goes to a volleyball camp in the summertime. So, yeah. So she's got, you know, things she's got to do, and she works at a store there in Leadville sometimes, you know, part-time in the summer. So, Everybody's getting their own agenda. See, we've got the captive audience of the 6 and the 10 and the 8 or 9-year-old. So, yeah. Because they have nothing else to do and they just go where they are told, you know, or where somebody takes them to. So, we won't have many years of that, so we might as well do that now while we can. Sometimes we just go out to the little creek and walk around the creek when it's really hot. So, did that, and I got my shoes all wet, and oh, it was, yeah, pretty much horrible. But, you know, because you have to wear your shoes, so we take them now in their, like, oldest tennis shoes, because you don't know if there's glass or something in the little creek beds. Now, I'm talking about a creek bed that's probably got that much water in it. Yeah, no danger of anybody drowning unless they fell face first, and then you'd crack your head wide open because they're full of rocks. But we like going out there and walking around, and so yeah, just a few little plans, nothing, you know, definite, cut in stone or anything like that. So yeah, we'll see. Just gonna play it by ear. That's the way Grandma operates, because God forbid you make plans. That doesn't work. Maybe we'll take them out and, I don't know. See, we can't have a fire now. But I was gonna say take them down to the park and cook hot dogs on the grill at the park. But so far you haven't been able to have a fire. So, like a big, well, I don't want to call it a bonfire, but yeah, it's real high. The fire danger is right now, so fun times. So we'll see what we can come up with and keep everybody occupied for the summer. And who knows, it might be one of those hot summers and we all just want to stay inside in front of the air conditioning. Because, you know, it is what it is. But we will try to get them out there. Alright, guys. Let me see where we're at. My phone's been kind of acting up. I gotta back up. Oh yeah, we're good. Alright, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We will see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.